Good afternoon, Coach. Thank you for joining us.
Right.
First question up today is from Mark Murphy.
Hi, Ime. Jayson yesterday said that he's got to do better. In your view, I know you said he was maybe looking to be a little bit too much of a passer and passing up certain shots. What do you think he has to do to get back on track?
Take what the game gives him. We understand how he's being guarded by certain personnel on their team. You put him in certain sets to get him looks, and they're being extremely physical on the perimeter with him. But it's a team effort there as far as the plays we put him in, but also us setting screens. We didn't set screens great for him in Game 3 as opposed to Game 2. Game 1 wasn't the best either, so that was an area we really cleaned up. But he also has to be patient and set his man up and use the screen. And so it's a full team thing. It's not just on any one player to free him up, especially how they're guarding him. So just had a good film session that saw a lot of opportunities that were missed as far as that, and him understanding, we want him to be aggressive and also initiate offense and get other guys shots. But he did pass up some looks that he normally would take, and we'll be better with that on Game 4.
Go back to Mark for a follow-up.
Did they change things up a little bit on him yesterday?
No, not at all. They had Antetokounmpo and Lopez back in deep drop and hedged with Portis, as well as some others, Allen and Connaughton. So same looks they've given us there. And like I said, it was Game 1, their physicality bothered us. Game 2, we kind of hit back and set great screens, set our men up, came play with pace, and had great execution. And I think we got away from that a little bit in Game 3, especially in the third quarter.
Bobby Manning.
Hey, mate, where do you guys think you found the best success when it comes to slowing Giannis? I know you want to throw a bunch of different looks at him. He's had varying levels of success throughout the series. And do you prefer to stay in that best look you have if you've kind of found one that you prefer over the others?
Yeah, it's a mix, and at times everybody's guarding him. They're targeting specific matchups, and our defense is based on our individual defenders. That's the first kind of foundation of it, and so understanding the way he wants to score, we gambled at times and gave him open driving lanes, and so we could be better as far as that, but keeping them off balance, giving them different matchups has worked well. And the main thing, honestly, is making them score in the half court. And so, third quarter yesterday, they had 21 for the game, and 18 fast break points were in that third quarter. And the big part was him due to our turnovers. So I think 12 turnovers on the game, only and 7 were in that third quarter. And so we kind of aided them as we did in Game 1 with all the turnovers. And so if we can keep them in the half court, we feel really good about our team defense and individual defense on him. But kind of opened the floodgates in that third quarter, got him going, and then he becomes more aggressive in the half court.
Jared Weiss.
JT is always really specialized in his pull-up game, especially against drop coverage. But what have Matthews and Holiday done to kind of take him out of his comfort zone?
They're physical on the perimeter, and as I mentioned, I don't feel like we set up and used the screens properly last game and set screens like we did in Game 2. That was a big point of emphasis after Game 1 was us, releasing some of that pressure by setting screens, and we did it and got wide open looks in Game 2. Not as clean in Game 3, but also we still had looks. And like I said, just overthought it at times and didn't take the shot that was there in front of them. And like I said, we know him and JB are elite mid-range shooters and come off clean and get those looks. They should take them every time. And, at times, because of the way they're loading up in the paint, I think you're passing up some shots and then kind of dribbling too deep into their defense. And so that seemed to be the case with them last game.
Gary Washburn.
Hey, Ime, what kind of problems is Jrue Holiday presenting offensively? On defense for you guys? He seems to have enough strength to post up. He's posting up against bigger guys. It seems like regardless of who he's going against, he's able to get to the rim and get his shot up. It seems like he's giving you guys problems with his strength.
Yeah, he's a physical guard that enjoys the contact. So smaller guards struggle with him, but he doesn't differentiate big wings, big men, and tries to go at everybody the same. And so Overall, some of those plays stand out, but in general, when you look at his numbers, we've been really good on him as well. He has some ones that stand out for some big buckets late, like last night, but for the most part, he's taking 30 shots to get 27 points yesterday. And the other games, it's been 20 shots to get 19 points. And so overall, we're defending him well. But that's his game. He wants to feel your body, kind of hit guys. And he's been that throughout his whole career. And so got to be ready to embrace that physicality and know he's going to come at you like that. And just take the challenge in general. But he's not, like I said, he doesn't differentiate small guards, bigs, and big wings. And so that's the way he plays and always has.
Adam Himmelsbach.
Ime, now that you had a chance to check out that kind of crazy final sequence again, do you have any other feelings on it, or do you take away anything from it, from the foul on Marcus to, he felt like he got hit by Portis even again after the putback?
No, same thing I saw live and saw yesterday after the game. It was a foul. So, it was a missed call, and, the execution on the missed free throw was good. He looked like he got grabbed a little bit there, but, overall, it's one play. You have to be better in the third quarter. And, when I mentioned that yesterday, it was literally they missed a call that would have got us 3 free throws and a chance to tie it, obviously. So that stands out. But throughout the game, we can be better in the third quarter, especially with the turnovers and things of that nature. The way Antetokounmpo plays is the way he plays, and we know that. We understand that you got to play through contact and physicality. And so he's a tough guy to officiate, but we got to stand our ground and meet that force with force. And so overall, the refs have a tough job as far as that. And literally the one play that stood out was obviously a big one at the end, but things we have to play through and be better and not leave it in the hands of the refs, which we can do.
Final few questions, Coach. First one from Duke Castiglione.
Ime, did you have a talk with Jayson at all? It looked like he passed out of some shots that were open there, especially in the final quarter, just about keeping the confidence level up even when the shots aren't falling.
Yeah, we've had discussions, throughout the year, the way he can impact the game with everything he does besides scoring. And so, nothing we haven't already talked about this year of, getting guys involved, getting himself involved in different ways and still guarding at a high level. And so you can't let your offense dictate the rest of your game. And he knows that. He knows how important he is to the team. And we kind of go where he does to some extent. And what he did after a lackluster game 1, he bounced back in game 2, and I look forward to him doing the same thing next game.
Trey Dare.
Hey, Ime, good afternoon. I had a question and a quick follow-up from something you said earlier. Whenever you guys really settle down there in the fourth quarter and seem to find something, can you take something away from that in any way? Does that help you, maybe get into a rhythm or start on time for game 4?
Yeah, really what we saw was that we took care of the ball and had some purpose on offense. A lot of wasted possessions in the third quarter where we didn't get into anything with any pace or execution, screen setting as well. And so they kind of climbed up into us. And I think, our main thing is playing with poise and composure. And that's the theme going into the series. They're trying to be physical. And so we could do a lot better job as far as that. And so that carryover has to be game to game. It can't be what we did well in game 2. We forget about and don't do in game 3. So the formula is what it is, and we understand what we have success doing. And so there's, as far as that, going back and looking at the fourth quarter, we upped our defense and kind of transitioned that into good offense. And so it has to work hand in hand.
And Trey with a follow-up question.
And yesterday, whenever you were speaking about, some of the back and forth with the officials and perhaps getting you guys out of position in moments of the game, is there a further message you send to your guys, today, tomorrow, or is that something that really is left unspoken?
Well, the message is we understand who they are as a team and the way Antetokounmpo plays. We've guarded him extremely well in the half court. And so, offensively, you have to be better to limit them getting out in transition. Like I said, 18 fast break points in the third quarter when they only had 21 for the game. And that's where they kind of got the lead and got ahead. It's a lot that's dependent on how we play offense. And so the message to them is you understand this is going to be a physical series. You understand the players we're playing against and the way they play. And we did a good enough job in all 3 games in the half court, we cannot aid them in certain ways by turning the ball over or playing poorly on offense. And so that's our message: make them earn everything and not give them these fast break points that have really got them into game 1 and game 3.
Final question, coach, from Brian Robb.
Amy, 2 questions here for you. First, with Derek had, one of his better offensive games of the postseason yesterday. With him, what did you kind of see that allowed him to break out there, and how crucial is it for, guys around Jayson and Jalen to be aggressive with the way the Bucks are defending those guys?
Yeah, there are openings, and he took advantage of those. They are not leaving Jayson and Jalen's body. It presents opportunities to get downhill and get to the basket, which he did, and got the free throw line. And then they're going to crowd the paint, and those open shots are going to be there. 1 for 2 for 3 from 3-point line. So he was aggressive. Peyton had really good looks also, and other guys will, have those same looks. But in general, be aggressive and understand how they're guarding those others, and he took advantage of that getting downhill.
Thank you very much, coach. That'll wrap it up for today. Thank you.
Thank you.